Very excited for this week because the Sunday night football game is the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yes!
At Dallas Cowboys. Them boys, right? Right? Right, okay. So, the Cowboys are 3-3. I mean, but who have they beaten? They've beaten the Giants, the Redskins, and the Dolphins. So
Impressive.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see how they do this week.
We're so scared. We're so scared.
Yeah. Anyways, so and looking for something fun to make this week, I decided to see what kind of stadium food was exciting at AT&T Stadium. So what I found was this interesting concoction called a bacon cheeseburger hand pie. So that's what we're going to be making. It is ground beef, it's cheese, it's some onions, it's some other really cool ingredients, and then we're going to bake it in some puff pastry. And then we're going to eat it. All right, so I'm going to get a flame under my pan here. We're going to get it nice and hot. And just talk a little bit about our ingredients today. We're going to start off with some bacon grease. The preparation that I looked up actually said olive oil, but
It's not how we roll.
no, this is America. America. If I'm making something called a bacon cheeseburger hand pie, it's going to involve bacon from every which angle. So that said, we've got some rendered bacon fat here that I pulled from when I cooked our crumbled bacon. We've got a pound of lean ground beef. This is beef stock. This is one medium onion. I just chopped it. This is about a quarter cup of relish. And then other fun ingredients. We've got about 2 cloves of minced garlic. This is Worcester sauce, ketchup, and mustard. Kind of all the fun things that you would find in a burger.
What kind of cheese is that?
That is shredded sharp cheddar.
And then what's that in the back there?
That is salt.
That's just salt?
Yes, because
Alright.
salt. We always need it, don't we?
Yes, we do.
So, all right, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add our bacon to the pan, and I'm going to let that get hot.
Bacon grease.
Bacon grease, yes, thank you. All right, so our oil's hot. I think it might be a little too hot now. So I'm going to go ahead and add our onion. So we're going to just let those soften up a little bit. We don't want them to caramelize. We just want them to get a little soft. So we're just going to let this get a little fragrant, a little soft, the usual.
So are you browning it or no?
No.
Okay,
No, we don't want to. We just want them to soften up. And we're going to add our garlic. So we've talked about this before. These are aromatics, right?
Okay.
Like the aroma.
So who do you like in the game this week, Amy?
Who do I like in the game this week, Pat? I like Zach Ertz. And then on the other side of the ball, Michael Gallup, wide receiver. The Eagles secondary is a little banged up, so I think that he might be a good play this week.
Okay.
I hate to talk about anybody, playing against us, but it is what it is. You gotta talk about what's great about both sides, right?
Yep. So what do we got going on here?
So I just added our beef.
Okay.
Okay.
How much meat was that?
This is about a pound.
Okay.
And we're gonna let this brown a little bit.
Smells really good already.
We're just browning the meat. And it's probably an okay time to start adding some of the other ingredients.
Before the meat's fully brown?
Yeah, we can add our Worcester sauce.
Cool.
And we can add our ketchup. And why not? We'll get the mustard going in here too. I just added some sweet pickle relish to this, and we're gonna let this go for a minute or two still. Actually, I'm gonna throw the cheese in now, I think. No, I'm gonna do the stock.
That's
This
beef
is
stock?
Beef stock, yes.
Okay. And why do you put that in there? Just to
kind of add a little beefiness, a little beefy flavor. We're gonna add this, and then we're gonna let it simmer for about 5 minutes. So while this is simmering, we're gonna go over and we're gonna work on our puff pastry dough.
cool.
Yes. All right. So the stock is just about reduced. You see, it's not very liquidy anymore. And I'm gonna go ahead and add our cheese.
Cheese already.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Gotcha. It's never too early for cheese, my friend. And then
Oh,
add the bacon.
okay. Can I see that bacon, please?
Mm-hmm. Wet.
Okay. Now the bacon's going. Oh.
There, the bacon's going in. Oh, hello. Hello, gorgeous.
Wow.
Yes. And then we're just going to do a little bit of salt. Pat was concerned when he saw all the salt that's in my dish here, but that's just for me to just measure with my hand like that.
So that's.
So do not put this whole thing of salt in your hand-tie meat.
It's a valid question because you
It
had
is,
it with
it
all
is.
the other stuff, and I said, "Oh man!"
Yes.
I'm like, "You're not putting all that salt in there." So it's just your little sprinkle.
Yeah, that's my salt container.
All right.
That's where I pull my salt.
All right.
All right, this is looking pretty good. I think I'd like for this to cool down for a few minutes before I start popping it in the pastry. So we're gonna turn the heat off, and I'll bring the pastry over here instead of bringing that. It'll be less.
Well, yeah, then you don't have to
Yeah.
worry about the hot pan.
That too.
Okay.
All right, so we'll be back. All right, so puff pastry dough. If you have time on your hands and you have infinite patience and you want to try something very ambitious, make your own puff pastry dough. It is a true labor of love. If not, go to the grocery store. It's in the freezer section and it comes in these handy little sheets.
There's no shame in buying it.
There's no shame in buying pre-made puff pastry dough. It's something, I mean, I feel like everybody should try it once. I did it. It's a challenge, but this is just it's a sheet of dough. I have a floured cutting board here. I'm gonna add a little more flour to the top of the dough, and then we're just gonna roll it out into a big rectangle, and we're gonna use a biscuit cutter. So we're gonna make 2 pies, but we need a bottom crust and a top crust. So I'm gonna cut out four circles with my biscuit cutter. I'm going to put 2 of these guys on our sheet pan here. I just sprayed this with a little bit of like baking sheet spray. It's got like oil and flour in it already, so you don't have to bother greasing and flouring your pan. This sounds like it's almost done, so we're gonna check on it real quick. All right, so our meat mixture has cooled off a little bit. I've moved the puff pastry over to the stove. I've got some water here. and I've got a pastry brush, and we're going to, I'm just going to go ahead and just lightly brush some water on the edges of the pastry. This is going to help us to seal it up. It's kind of it's like licking an envelope. As we go. And here's our meat mixture. I'm going to put some right in the middle there. Just going to get this away. All right. And these guys again, I'm going to just kind of brush the edges of these with water. So I'm just kind of lining this up with the edge of the bottom here, with the edge of the bottom pastry. I'm going to press it down, not too hard.
Just making sure it sticks, though,
Yes,
right?
yeah, just making sure it sticks for now.
Okay.
And then, all right, we'll pop this guy on. Same thing. All right. Now, a more artistic chef who is better, more practiced and more skilled with working with pastry would crimp this around the edge and like kind of pinch it, but I can't make it look pretty, so I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going to take a fork and just press this down like so. And we're going to go around. All right, and then I'm just going to poke a hole. Again, just to get some ventilation so they don't so the filling doesn't bubble out. All right, so the oven is at 400 degrees, and we're gonna pop these guys in, and I'm gonna set a timer for 20 minutes, and then I'm gonna check them. Hopefully by then they'll be golden brown and ready to eat. All right, so our 20-minute timer is done. We're gonna take a quick peek in here and see if our hand pies are ready. So come on down. I'm gonna open this up. Whoa.
Ooh.
They look pretty. Oh. All right.
Nice and,
Yeah,
nice
they
and
are
brown.
golden brown.
Wow.
They didn't leak. All right. I would say they're.
Cool.
I feel successful about this venture. We're gonna let these sit for, I don't know, what do you think? About 5-10 minutes,
Yeah.
and then we'll come back and we'll taste them.
Awesome.
All right. All right. So these guys are done, but before I call Pat over, there's a couple more starts that I want to talk about for this week. We probably want to go with Daniel Jones if possible. The Giants are playing Arizona. I think we get a pretty good shot there. And then running back wise, Leonard Fournette. I think they're playing the Bengals, so do it. If you have him, start him. And then, of course, we have John Brown. Buffalo is playing the Dolphins this week, so they're playing Miami. And
It's gonna get ugly quick.
Yeah. So I just think that those are kind of three more picks for you this week if you're able to go for it. All right. I know Pat's hungry and he's all dressed up today, so come on around.
All dressed up. No football shirts.
No football shirt today.
shirts today.
So
All right.
here it is.
Ready?
Let's just eat this with our hands.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. All right.
That's awesome because you can taste the mustard, you taste the ketchup, you taste the relish, right?
It's like eating a burger.
It's like eating a burger, but it's in this pastry crust, just nice and flaky and has a great texture. It's really good.
I will say I would if I were to do this again, I would go with my instinct and put in some more cheese because cheese. But otherwise, it's very good. I would do it again.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks for watching. Tune in next week.